It was September 2012. I was camping in the Nevada Black Rock Desert in the midst of my third experience with Burning Man. I don't love it that it sounds like such a cliche, but in all of my experiences with trips to Burning Man, I found that I've gone to the desert and had an epiphany. And I'm going to tell you about one of those remarkable experiences that happened to me in 2012. I woke up in the morning and I noticed that I was feeling uneasy. Something seemed off. I wasn't even sure what it was. And as the day went on, I noticed that I really started to feel distress. I felt sad, I felt anxious, I felt like something was off, I didn't know what it was. And I knew that I needed to do something about it because this kept getting worse all day. I was spending the day by myself. Well, one of the things that happens at Burning Man is when you arrive at the place, they give you this where, what, when guide that lists all the things that are happening during the event while you're there. So large groups of people that camp together form theme camps, and in keeping with the principle of Burning Man that's about gift economy, they offer experiences for other participants. So some of them are parties and dances and bars, and if you've heard of Burning Man, that's probably what you've heard about. But what might surprise you is there are many other types of offerings. There are lectures, there are experiential exercises, and there are a variety of services that people offer. So I thought, I need to do something. Something's wrong, I need to do something. So I whipped out my guide, and you can't see how thick it is because I pulled out, I threw away all the pages except for the things that I went to. So fine print, lots of things going on. I scoured it, and here's what I found. From a camp called Oasis Divinium, it says, Angel Love. Come rest your body and your soul in our heavenly dome and be listened to as only an angel can listen. Heal by giving your earthly cares away to an angel. And I thought, wow, I need that. It was still a few hours before the 1:30 time that it was supposed to be starting, so I went and I got myself cleaned up and I changed clothes and I made sure I knew where the camp was so I'd be able to find it. And I left early, pedaling my little bicycle across the desert to get to this location to be there on time. And I arrived at the gate about 15 minutes before we were supposed to start, or they were supposed to start. A woman came to the gate and said, oh, can I help you? And I said, well, I'm here for Angel Love. And she said, oh, I'm so sorry. The people who were doing that are gone. They had to leave early. One glance at the look on my face, how crestfallen I was, and the tears that were coming to my eyes. And she said, wait, you wait here. I will find an angel for you. So I stood there, still in tears, waiting to see what was going to happen. And what seemed like a long time, but maybe just a few minutes later, she came back and she said, I have found your angel. Your angel is Claire. She's a lovely British woman, angel, and she'll greet you shortly and you'll know her when you see her. So I thought, oh, okay. So I stood there and waited, and a few minutes later, an angelic vision appeared before me. Streaming, flowing red hair, a beautiful woman with an angelic smile and flowing white robes, luminous wings, just stood there, opened her arms, smiled, and said, I'm your angel. She invited me to follow her. Oh, I forgot to tell you that the woman before told me that angels don't talk, they only listen. So this woman invited me to follow her. We walked through their camp and into this huge dome, and then we were going over to a little alcove where we were going to have our Angel Love experience. And something happened. I tripped. I think there was a rope or something across it. I just didn't see it. I tripped, I stumbled, I fell. I would have fallen flat on my face, except that I fell into the arms of my angel and a big pile of cushions. I found out that my angel doesn't talk, but she writes notes. So she writes lots of notes, and I still have them. And what she said was, I am here to pick you up whenever you fall. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't have a memory of everything that I said. I just know that I started pouring out everything that was on my mind, everything that was in my heart, talking about this weird feeling of distress that I had, everything that was going on with me. And at one point, I paused and I felt so much emotion coming up and so many tears flowing. And my angel said to me, it's okay. Whatever it is, take your time. I will never judge you. Thank you. I went on to talk about something I do remember, an internal conflict I was having, something that I was doing that I wanted to do, but was also in conflict with some of my values. So we talked about that. I talked, my angel held me, and she listened, and she nodded, and she smiled, and she wrote the most affirming, lovely things for me. And I don't know exactly how much time passed, but I knew that at some point I was done. I felt spent, I felt complete, I felt full. And as I was getting ready to leave, the thing that my angel left me with is, I do not talk, but I will listen, and I'm here for you no matter what. Oh, that was the beginning. Let's go to the end. Remember that sometimes even the strongest people fall. But I am there in all kinds of guises to help you forgive yourself and carry on stronger than before. I felt lighter, I felt complete. I left their camp, I got back on my bicycle and drove back to my camp and my friends, really feeling like everything was right in the world again. It was such an amazing experience for me to be fully seen, to be fully heard, to have all these positive, affirmative messages from my angel. And I left thinking, I want more of this. I want this for everyone. I want everyone to experience angel love, and I want it more for myself. And I'm telling you this story today because I want it for you too. I want you to have the experience, if you don't already have it. If you have it more, of being fully seen and loved, accepted, not judged, and held by the angels. Thank you.